Hi everybody, welcome to Dancingluna Tarot. This is going to be a love reading for the sign of Cancer. And so we're going to start off, Cancer, by just asking what's going on with your person that you're thinking about as you sit down to watch this reading. What's going on their side, under the surface. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody out there, so take what you need and leave the rest. So we're asking right now what's going on with Cancer's person. What's going on your person's side? It's going to go one more time so we can have a nice clean reading. We're just going to get some more cards so we can get the full picture here. Okay, I'm just going to get a few more cards. Okay, all right. Okay, Cancer. Let's see. Do we need clarity? Why is the Hierophant here? Okay, all right. Okay. So your person might be somewhat impulsive. Cancer, whoever you're thinking about while you watch this reading, they might be a little bit impulsive. But it's like they want to really just charge into this thing, right? But Knight of Swords can sometimes be impulsive. He is moving really fast, and sometimes he doesn't always think before he jumps onto that horse and charges towards, but he's got like clear vision of what he wants. But I would say there's always that little indicator to be mindful of impulsive action on your person's part. But I think that they are it's like they're open to higher learning about the way that they navigate. If it's possible that they have been super impulsive in the past about diving into a relationship, right? And so they may be like learning the subtle art of slowing this horse down, because I think that there is a desire on their part to be in real warmth and wholeness and joy with the sun here. So I think they're trying to pull the reins in on this horse a little bit. So that's nice. You know, Hierophant can speak of like higher learning. It can speak of religion, but it doesn't really feel like that in this reading. Yeah, but you know, it's because they have a real desire to feel more warmth, more joy in their life. And it could be that your presence has kind of brought some warmth and joy into their life. And it could be that this is sort of making them want to not behave in such an impulsive way. But so this person can maybe sometimes be a little playful, a little bit immature, but and I think this is a person who likes luxury a bit. They like finer things. They like nice things. This is not always about excess or anything. And Page of Pentacles doesn't always, you know, that energy doesn't always come through, but it is coming through here. Yeah, this is a person who kind of likes nice things. And that's not, I'm not saying that that's it. I'm not feeling that in a bad way. Like this is a person who's like overly obsessed with material things, but this is a person who enjoys nicer things. I feel like this person is insanely attracted to you with this Knight of Swords here, and this this King of Wands. This King of Wands is usually like heavy on the attraction, heavy on the fire. Most attractive king in the deck. So your person could just be like very attractive. And by the way, tarot is not gender specific, so this could be a man or a woman, whatever it is for you. You know your story. This is usually like a heavy attraction card. But if this were a page, I would say like, oh, this may only be about like physical. But with the king here, this is like someone who feels a lot of attraction, but they're not, this is not just like a tap in, tap out type of person. However, sometimes this Knight of Swords can be. So just be mindful. Be mindful of that. Sometimes people who are impulsive like tap in and tap back out because impulsivity, what it makes us make decisions that aren't the best. But I feel like this person has a real desire to navigate towards more solid, warm things. There's like a desire to grow here. So that's really nice. Something about karma is with this connection. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get some clarity here. Um, this is like there's something to do with a transformation into a good standing with money somehow. Also, this could just be that your person's very generous, but let's see. Let's get some clarity on the Judgment card here. Judgment, it talks about karma, right? But yeah. So Judgment talks about karma, but it's not like the Wheel of Fortune. Like usually the Wheel of Fortune is like the foofy version of karma. Like things are turning in your favor for the better. But Judgment could mean like if you've done things on the heavy negative side, Judgment could be here to be calling that to the table. But if you've put a lot of good into people and love and things and life, this Judgment would definitely be here to return those things to you. So your person may be in like a cycle of karma, things sort of returning back to them, where maybe they've had like loss in the past. This is interesting. Sorry, sometimes I get caught off guard when the information starts flowing out of my mouth without thought or assessing what the thoughts are. And anyway, sometimes it just flows out like that. So yeah, this is like your person. Is your person like regaining back after some type of losses? This is interesting. They're going through some transformation. It has to do with a karmic cycle. It might be like somewhat slow moving for them, but this is kind of like coming through that like that they went through some type of loss, and this is calling it back. Your person's going through a process on the slow side of receiving something back that has been lost in the past, and it could have to do with finance, because there's heavy pentacles here, but I think that this is coming through because your person is learning. It's like they're learning about their impulsivity, and it could be to do with love, but it also could be impulsivity with money, spending, life in general, movement in life. Yeah. But this is in a transformative period, and this is going to come out very well for your person. But when this turns in your person's favor, your person is also a generous person. This is a giver. This is not someone who keeps. This is like, I don't know why this statement is coming through, but this is like someone who would give you the shirt off their back. This is this type of person. And probably that's why this Judgment is coming in a good way for them. But again, it may be slow moving for your person. I'm sorry that this is not like diving 100% into the love side of it, but I only can give you like what's coming through. And sometimes if I'm reading for your person what's going on with them, it may not have a lot to do with the connection, but we're going to dive into that. But this is sort of what's going on your person's side. And sometimes it will read heavy on the love aspect, but sometimes it's just going to talk about like what is going on with your person. Right. So there is some indication here, though, that about this connection with the passion and the learning about the impulsivity. But there's some change going on for your person where they took a knock, like the feet being knocked out from under them in some kind of way. And I think that it had to do with possibly with finance in some way. But again, this is going through heavy transformation. It is slow movement, but this is being driven by, this is destined. This is being driven by source, right? Like whatever you call it, God, source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that your gig is that you believe. This is being driven. This is divinely driven here. There's angel energy all over this. That this is like where your person's feet got knocked out from under them, there it's coming back, but it's coming back slowly. But when this person has again like back on their feet all the way with whatever it was that they lost, as this is like coming through for them, they are a sharer. There is a lot of sweetness to this card, the Six of Pentacles. There's a lot of balance here. So I would say this is a giver. This is somebody who, even if they had their legs knocked out from under them in the past, they're never going to be that kind of person who just like goes Four of Pentacles and like holds it all and like tightly grips it and like doesn't stay generous. This is a person who will not lose their generosity in life, because that's just kind of how they're made. This is what kind of person they are. Hopefully this is making sense. This is a message that somebody needs to hear today, and they will know this about their person, possibly. So we're going to talk about what's coming around the bend. This will dive more into the connection aspect. What's coming around the bend between Cancer and their person. So this is what's coming up around the bend. And when I ask around the bend, I'm asking about, up to the next few months. So it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a couple months, but I'm framing it up to the next few months. This is what's coming up in this connection between Cancer and their person in the near future. We're just going to go one more time so we can get a good clean reading. Got Star card at the bottom of the deck. That's a nice energy to start off with. Just gonna get a couple more cards before we dive in. Okay. What? So there's some competition going on, Cancer. Like, I don't know what your connection is like, but maybe that there's some competition around one or both of you, exterior people, and this is not something that you talk to each other about. But let's see, why is, oh yeah, so let's see. I'm not loving these cards, but let's see. Okay, all right. It's almost like, okay, this might be something that you guys don't talk about, like with the Moon card here and Seven of Swords here. Like, there may be some competition, like different people vying for the attention of one or both of you. And this is something that neither one of you wants to really talk about. But with the Moon card here, things do tend to come to the light. Sometimes this guy can speak about deception. So just, I guess, stay mindful, but his energy is not coming off as like real, like super funky deception. Let's see. I'm gonna get a little bit more clarity, because there's also like this is a singular beginning. So it could be that you guys are like in the near future. I don't know if this is a new relationship, Cancer. I'm not sure, but this could talk about like weeding out the competition. But this is not something that is discussed. This is something that nobody is talking about. This is not something, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at this energy because it's almost like benign in a way. I don't know how to describe it. Hang on, I just want to get like a little bit more clarity. All right, yes. Okay, so we have Temperance here to balance this whole thing out. So that's exactly what was kind of tapping through. This is like a competitive vibe. There's some like conflict, but I don't think that this is like known. This is like not competitiveness that like nobody's talking about it. I don't know if y'all are dating multiple people or like what the situation is. You know your situation, but this is like a person who's like trying to avoid conflict, right? So they're like holding back and like trying to like not let these things be noticed, because they don't want it to, like, I almost said the F word, they don't want it to screw up this new connection. And Temperance is here to balance this whole thing out, right? Like the Moon is like things that are unknown. It could be that like yeah, it could just be that there's some things that are unknown, but there's balance coming to like to bring this into there's going to be some like harmony here that's brought about, and there is going to be a passionate new beginning here, and this is something that you both want to put the work into somehow, but I'm wondering like why is this Devil and this like there's this weird like options energy happening. I don't know if like there's some addiction at play here, or like so there was that impulsivity in the beginning, right? So there could be like some like tendencies toward codependency happening here, or this could also be an energy of like one of you kind of like liking this whole different people competing for energy type of thing, which is making like an inability to make a decision. But hold on, I want to see like why is this Devil here. Okay, so there may be some like, I'm not trying to like point any fingers at anybody here, but there may be some like tendency towards like sexual addiction, like using sex as a way to as like a coping mechanism. That might be why all these wands are here. This Page of Wands can sometimes be about like and remember I said like be careful with that tap in tap out Knight of Swords, because sometimes they're impulsive, right? And so this looks like impulsivity here. But let's see, I'm gonna get out a different deck and clarify, because this is interesting. Like this is some interesting energy happening here. You've got a 10 of Pentacles at the end of this, which is like this is like family, warmth, home, abundance. You know, there's a lot of beauty and warmth in this card, but like why all this BS in the middle? That's what I want to know. Like I just want to get some clarifiers here. So there's some energy of like not being able to kind of make a decision, and it might be like, I don't know, one or both of you like trying to figure out like, is this the one? Is this the one I'm like the most attracted to? Or like, is attraction it? Or like, there's just like something going on here about impulsivity and like, sexual energy. Like there's like almost like an unhealthy tinge to it. That's interesting. These almost like belong up here with these other cards. This is like a whole funky bunch. But we'll leave this Ace of Wands to the side, because this is like a nice, sweet, new, passionate beginning that wants to like emerge out of this funky bunch. And you got Temperance on it. So let's see what's happening with this Devil. So, you know, we all know this, right? Like Devil can talk about like our most unhealthy coping mechanisms. It can talk about codependency, insecurity, our shadow side, our overindulgence, things like that. So let's just see. What's going on with this Devil? What's happening with this Devil here? Okay. Why is Four of Wands here? Okay, so there is like heavy need to get grounded. There's like, it's so weird. There's like such duality here. There's like such an indication of like a potential here in this connection for like a beautiful new beginning. Union, this is a marriage card, but not always. Like this is balance. This is like the 1111 card. So it's like, this is celebration, union, harmony. This is like coming together to celebrate this union, and you've got a whole 10 of Pentacles here. So this is super interesting. But there is a need to get grounded here. It's possible that that impulsive energy is at play and like needs to get grounded. Okay. Yeah, you've got a whole Wheel of Fortune here. So it's, I have a feeling with like, whatever is going on with the impulsivity stuff on your person's part, or like a previous way of being impulsive, this is like probably stuff that is like being mediated. This might be stuff that you're both kind of mediating, like your shadow side. It could be that like, this Page of Wands is like that maybe there's like so much heat and fire in this connection, that it's like bordering on unhealthy. You know, and maybe it's kind of causing like a hard time deciding, like, do I want to let go? This is almost like single life. I don't know why this card is coming out like that, but this is almost like single life and having a hard time deciding to like put this down or to stay in it. But then you have like a whole damn Four of Wands and you have a Wheel of Fortune. So there's change on the horizon, about like the way that you guys have been navigating in this connection. I'm just getting a few more cards to understand, like, yeah, there's some learning going on. Okay, you've got like total learning here. Both of you are like learning, mastery. You guys are like trying to master this BS energy. I don't know, maybe this connection is making you both have like, I'm not trying to laugh at you, but this is kind of comical to me because I'm also a Cancer, but my reads do not usually have much to do with my love life. You have some confirmation here. Eight of Pentacles. This is like getting mastery over this type of energy. So, and this is learning. And so I feel like I don't know, this might be like a newish connection, because I feel like there's a lot of like under the surface other type of like energy that's like weeding its way out, right? So a choice needs to be made here, but you've got a new beginning here, and you've got Four of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. So it's almost like, I think this is all like gonna die off, whatever all this BS is under the surface, because this is like all shifting and moving into this beautiful warm, it's like shifting right into Four of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. So I think that y'all are going to get this together, but I think you're going to have to continue to learn about each other. I think that you don't know enough about each other yet, so I think this near future is going to be sort of like a learning curve, a learning process, learning if these like other exterior things at play can be put down, and a decision will be made to move into this. But I feel like it will, like it's so leaning towards this is like union, and this is shift and change, and this is learning, mastery. So I'm just going to get one more card. Why is this 10 of Pentacles and 4 of Wands here? Like, what the heck? What the heck? Why is this indicated in the tail end of this reading? This is almost like the destination. And by the way, like, I always say that this 5 of Wands is like conflict for no reason. It's almost like this exterior BS just needs to fall away, because it's like irrelevant. But you know what? It's so funny. I just said move away, and this is a walking away from what doesn't serve. This is a completion. Sometimes in some decks, 10 of Swords can be like a person devastated on the floor, but that's not what it reads in this deck. This is walking away from things that don't serve. So that's really nice. And like, she's walking right into the 10 of Pentacles. Let's get one more card. Cancer was doing like a juicy long reading for you, because this just came out in the future energy, like so weirdly interesting. Yep. Okay. So this is walking away from what doesn't serve and walking straight towards abundance. These people are both walking towards this sweet little scene of like unity, harmony, abundance. So this is really beautiful, but like, be mindful of like whatever all this stuff is going on under the surface. If this is going on for you, Cancer, this kind of impulsive energy or anything to do with like overindulgence, be really mindful of that, because this will keep you kind of stuck where you don't know how to make decisions. If this is, whatever it is for you, it's so weird that it's right next to the Page of Wands, because this to me would speak about sort of like a propensity to sex addiction. And this is mutual energy. This whole thing is mutual energy. This is not just like one of you. This is kind of like something that's like where it meets in the middle, if that makes sense. So I don't know, I feel like this is funny. This is sort of like whatever this exterior competition is like not a necessity, if that makes sense. So if y'all can like let this outer BS fall away, and make this choice here, you have a potential here for 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. There is a potential to leave the stuff that doesn't work behind, because this is the stuff that doesn't work. This is the stuff that doesn't work. This 7 of Swords, this holding back, not talking about things. Anything that has to do with shadow side, there is a big potential here to put those things down and walk towards this beautiful 10 of Pentacles. So let's see where this goes, Cancer. There's definitely like a little stuff under the surface to be worked out here. But, there's some hugely beautiful potential there too. So let's see how this pans out in the near future in other love readings. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it won't resonate with everybody, it can't possibly. These are general readings. But if it did resonate, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow the channel. And if it didn't resonate, you can watch your sun, moon, and rising. You might find more information in your other placements. But ultimately, I just want to thank you for coming out and receiving this reading today. And I really appreciate your support by just showing up and watching the reads. Okay, folks, take care, Cancer.